Sri Lanka's most powerful news brand.
Hello there, very good afternoon. You're tuned on to Lunch Primetime News, coming to you live and direct from our Newsfirst studios in Colombo on TV1. I'm Joel Outspoon. Let's start off with a look at this afternoon's headlines. Nurses' strike action cripples operations at the Jawadhanipura Hospital. Paddy held for 13 years destroyed in Ampara. Angelo Matthews named ODI and T20 captain. And on to those stories in detail now. On our top story, it's a sports-related news. Angelo Matthews has been reappointed as captain of the Sri Lanka ODI and T20 squads. Now, Sri Lanka Cricket made the announcement at a media briefing held this afternoon. Earlier, Matthews stepped down from the captaincy following an injury, and during his absence, the team was led by Dinesh Chandimal, Upul Taranga, Lasith Malinga and Thisara Pereira. 30-year-old Angelo Matthews will lead Sri Lanka in the tri-series featuring Bangladesh and Zimbabwe. And moving on to some more news here at home. Now, the news director of a private television operating from Jaffna had come under attack at the office of the institution. Velayuddha Mudayanidhi, also known as Fire Master, who serves as news director of this institution, once served as the media spokesperson for the LTTE. The attack was recorded on CCTV cameras. The attacker was eventually arrested by police and is to be produced before court this evening. Well, we would like to shift your attention onto a story that made it to the headlines this afternoon. Now, the price of a kilogram of rice has exceeded 75 rupees across many areas in the country. There are reports of a stock of paddy being kept in a storage facility in Ampara for 13 years and never released to the market.
Over 1,000 kilograms of paddy, which was stored at the Namal Talava Agrarian Services Centre in Ampara, was set ablaze yesterday. According to an official, the destroyed paddy was the harvest from the 2005 and 2006 Maha cultivation seasons. He said the stock of paddy was not suitable for consumption by both humans and animals and was destroyed following a directive from a senior officer. During the past 10 years, a shortage of rice arose in the country due to many reasons, including flash floods, forcing the government to import rice.
Now, the Ceylon Fertilizer Company Limited has started distributing the fertilizer imported from Oman.
A vessel carrying 50,000 metric tons of urea arrived at the country on Sunday night. 2 lorries with fertilizer reached the Polonnaruwa Regional Fertilizer Centre this morning, and an official said 2 more lorries are to reach the centre. These 4 lorries will have a total of 25,000 metric tons of fertilizer. Earlier, a farmer was only issued 2 bags of fertilizer, and starting today, a farmer will be issued 4 bags of fertilizer.
Now on to a story which we at Newsfirst has been continuously reporting throughout the day and also which made it to the headlines. Now, all operations at the Sri Jawadhanipura Hospital have come to a complete standstill due to the 6-day-long strike action by nurses. The staff are staging the strike action against the installation of a fingerprint attendance system at the hospital. The Public Services United Nurses Union commenced the strike action a week ago and claimed 500 of its members are engaged in it. Director of the Sri Jawadhanipura Hospital, Dr. Susit Senaratne, said all activities have come to a standstill. Today, Newsfirst cameras captured the manner in which patients who arrived to obtain medication and treatment were severely inconvenienced. The hospital director says around 60 surgeries are performed daily and at present they are unable to carry out even one surgery. On to a related subject now, nurses attached to the Kamdale Base Hospital also went on strike this morning.
The group of nurses request the authorities to transfer the administrators in question to a different hospital. Patients have also experienced severe inconveniences due to the strike action. Today, the nursing staff staged a protest opposite the hospital against the conduct of the nursing administrator.
The Pathfinder Foundation inaugurated the Pathfinder Center for the Law of the Sea recently. Now, the draft Code of Conduct for the Indian Ocean was created as a platform to assist consideration of the idea by 21 littoral states members of the Indian Ocean Rim Association.
In the 21st century, the Indian Ocean has become a great, significant ocean. It is of high strategic value to the Indian Ocean littorals or the countries in the Indian Ocean, as well as the outside powers who are interested in maintaining the freedom of maritime commerce in the Indian Ocean. And also Sri Lanka is hoping to reap benefit from a blue economy. Sri Lanka wants to ensure that the ocean resources are harvested in a sustainable manner so that the future generations of our country can also benefit from the ocean resources. In this regard, we feel that there is a dearth of international law of the sea experts in our country, and then the Pathfinder Foundation deliberated about this requirement and decided to establish a center to study international law.
Importance of this kind of a code was highlighted by the President of Sri Lanka last year at the Indian Ocean Rim Association meeting held in Jakarta. So taking all these things into consideration, the Pathfinder Foundation and the Center for Law of the Sea thought it appropriate for us to come up with a draft of a code of conduct. We hope this would generate interest among the countries in the Indian Ocean so that there will be discussions, eventually negotiations, leading to establishing a code of conduct.
You're watching Lunch Primetime News, still in News at Home. Now, yesterday, the Vallavaya police conducted a raid on an illegal distillery.
The raid had been carried out by the Vallavaya police at the 3rd mile post in Vallavaya based on a tip-off. According to a correspondent, the racket has been taking place over a period of time where the suspect had been adding colour to spirits and then selling them. 100 spirit bottles were taken into the police custody. A 45-year-old suspect was arrested and is to be produced before the courts.
The Koskoda police arrested a gang of thieves involved in jewellery theft in Ambalangoda. The police recovered 8 gold chains and other pieces of jewellery.
Police said the gang had stolen jewellery from houses in Ambalangoda, Rathkama, Kodgoda and Mitiagoda. In addition, they had also stolen pets from their houses. The 4 suspects are residents from Colombo, and a car used to commit the theft was seized. The suspects will be produced before the Balapitiya Magistrates Court.
Well, with the upcoming local government elections, let's have a listen to some excerpts from the tensed political arena.
We planned and confirmed the flyover in Rajagiriya. Then they built it. They will be opening all the projects that I did. It's a good thing. It would be even better if they say this was done during the previous administration. They marked 3 years on the 8th. But we feel it was just 3 years and nothing more.
Why are they attempting to give birth certificate to another person's child? He is a former president, so when he makes jokes, we as junior MPs wish to respond to them. That is not the behavior suitable for a former president. He behaves like a small child who is always in anger and jealous over things.
The sword will only strike pots and pans. When the sword reaches Ranil's nose, it bends. We are yet to understand if it's a fault in the sword or in Ranil's nose. Come 10th of February, hand over that sword to the force led by Mahinda Rajapaksa. We will strike the blow to move across Ranil Wickramasinghe.
අපි රනිල් වික්‍රමසිංහගේ කඳ හරහා යන්න පාර දෙනවයි කියන එක මේ අවස්ථාවේදී මතක් කරන්න ඕනි.
මට ඔකට කියන්න හොඳ කතාවක් තියෙනවා එතුමියට කඩු.
I have something interesting to say about that, but I will not mention it now because she is also an MP. If she was given a ministerial portfolio, she would turn that sword to any preferred angle. We couldn't do that. She's all talk. She's not about who will be struck by sword. The sword will be used for anyone on behalf of the country.
I feel sad for Ravi Karuranayaka. He was among those who reprimanded us. He said Namal is a thief. These are people who said what's what happens to Namal Rajapaksa and sent me to prison. Now he says there is a conspiracy against him from within the government. God strikes when he wishes.
He has no need to come into power in 2020. Namal Rajapaksa cannot even contest the 2020 presidential election. According to the law, you need to be over 35 years to be eligible to contest the presidential election. Rajapaksa is below 35 years. Namal Rajapaksa aims to lose in 2020 and be elected in 2025. The other Rajapaksas like Gotabaya and Basil aim to come into power in 2020. Namal knows if by chance Gota is elected, he will lose his crown. But that won't even happen. The political crisis is not in the country but in the flower bud or inside the ancestral home of the Rajapaksas.
We must establish the UPFA Pradeshya Sabha that can rise on its own. Can you do anything with a person like GL Piris? If you hand it over to him, the Pradeshya Sabha will be of no use. You must always select the UPFA.